Audiobook, The Subconscious Mind Can Do Anything, written and voiced by Lridehard. Every Monday for many of us is not just the beginning of a new week. It is a chance to start from scratch, to change our lives for the better, to leave behind old habits, illnesses, and problems. We make plans, dream of a life without illnesses and failures, but alas, most often these plans remain on paper. The dreams that we nurture with such trepidation often turn out to be mere illusions, from which we return to a reality filled with the same problems as before. But what if I told you that the subconscious mind is the key to realizing all of these visions? What if your subconscious really can do everything? This book is designed to introduce you to a unique technique that will allow you to not just dream, but to make your desires a reality. Each of us has a tremendous power within ourselves, a power that can change our lives at will. All you need is to learn how to control it. First, you need to look inside yourself and tune in to the signals your subconscious mind is receiving from the world around you. Concentrate and close your eyes. Ask yourself a simple question that requires an unambiguous answer. For example, ask, "Is it springtime?" You will immediately feel the answer. How exactly does it happen? It's hard to say, but you'll just feel it. Continue the dialogue by asking yourself questions about your needs. Am I sleepy? Or am I thirsty? Gradually make the questions more difficult. In this way, you will learn to talk to your subconscious mind and understand its answers. No matter what problem you want to solve, whether it is getting rid of illness, moneylessness, loneliness, addictions, or habits, the algorithm remains the same. The main thing is to follow the technology exactly and not to skip a single step. So, let's get started. The first step is to clearly formulate your goal. Keep in mind that the subconscious mind will not accept the task if it is formulated in a negative way. It needs to know not what to get rid of, but what to strive for. For example, if you're experiencing intense jealousy and it's bothering you, it's pointless to go to your subconscious mind and say, "I want to stop being jealous." Instead, your goal should be stated as, "I want to build a strong relationship based on trust, respect, and love." The next step is to understand what your goal depends on. If you leave even 1% of success to fate or random circumstances, you cannot continue. Nothing will work out. Success is only guaranteed when achieving the goal is 100% up to you. The possibility of this fundamentally exists. For example, career advancement may seem to depend on your boss, but in fact it all depends on how you behave, what steps you take, and eventually, if necessary, you can simply change jobs. Next, it is important to realize whether you are ready for the changes that will occur in your life with the fulfillment of the wish. Suppose you want to get rid of loneliness and start a family. You should realize that this means losing complete freedom in managing your time and finances, having to devote a lot of energy and attention to your partner, as well as resigning yourself to other people's habits and peculiarities. Are you ready for this change? If you answered in the affirmative, we can move on. Now think about what lesson your current problem you're trying to solve is teaching you. If you've been fired, perhaps it's a signal from fate that you need to improve your self-esteem, learn how to build relationships with management or coworkers, and become more responsible. Do you often get sick? Perhaps the reason is that you lack attention from your loved ones, and you are trying to make up for this deficit. Or maybe you are tired, but do not allow yourself to rest, and your body is trying to convey this to you through various diseases. Do you smoke? Perhaps it's a way to keep in touch with coworkers, stay informed, and socialize in an informal setting. No matter how painful your problem is, it fulfills a certain function for your subconscious mind and protects you from something. What is it protecting you from? Maybe your constant conflicts with others are a way of self-defense. Your subconscious directs aggression outward to avoid self-destruction. Think about what will change in your life when this defense disappears. What positive role does the problem play in your existence? Look where we've come. When you asked yourself all these difficult questions and found sincere answers, your attitude towards the problem has changed dramatically. You no longer feel anger toward her because now it is clear that she taught you something and protected you from something. Perhaps you've even become grateful to her, haven't you? Congratulations. You're 70% of the way there, and you're not far from reaching your goal. Now we can apply a special technique to solve the problem and achieve the goal. I remind you that it is extremely important to follow the steps step by step without skipping a single step. This technique is based on dialogue with the subconscious mind. Everything around us consists of molecules, i.e., it is a unity of many particles. The subconscious mind functions in a similar way. It consists of interconnected particles, each of which is responsible for a certain sphere. At this moment, we have to address three parts of the subconscious mind. The part responsible for the problem, as you remember, we really needed this problem. The part responsible for the realization of the goal, and the part where our creative potential is concentrated. It will be great if you visualize each of these parts as a flower, a gnome, a fairy, an angel, a glowing ball, depending on what you are most comfortable with. The main thing is to personalize what we are going to interact with. Have you visualized it? Great. Now make yourself comfortable and make sure that no one distracts you for a long enough time. Step 1. As you know, any task can be solved in many ways. Turn to your creative part and ask it to tell the part responsible for the problem all the possible ways to solve it. Imagine a light ray going from your creative part to the part that is responsible for the problem and how it accepts this gift. Step 2. Reach out to the part responsible for the problem. Since its job is to protect you, even if it creates difficulties, ask it to find another way to protect you. This requires abandoning the old method and solving a problem that already exists. How? Out of the thousands of options your creative part offers, ask her to choose the three best ways to solve the problem and let you know the choices you've made. You will feel the answer, even though it may not seem obvious at first. It may seem to you that it is all just a game, that you are answering yourself. And it really is, because we are working with our own subconscious. Trust yourself. Step 3. Ask the part responsible for the problem at what point it is ready to take responsibility for solving the problem. How will you be able to recognize that the process has already begun? What changes will happen in your life from this point on? Step 4. Turn to the part responsible for realizing the goal and ask, what might be worse in my life when the problem is solved? Step 5. After receiving the answer, turn to your creative potential and ask it to send the part responsible for the realization of the goal. All possible ways how you can optimally and in the shortest possible time achieve the desired result without creating new problems in your life. Step 6. Ask the part responsible for the realization of the goal to accept the informational ray sent by your creative potential. Let it choose the three most optimal ways and inform you about the made choice. It is important not to know specific options, but only to feel that this stage is completed. Step 7. As in Step 3, ask the part responsible for goal realization when they are ready to take responsibility for realizing the goal. How will you be able to recognize that the process has begun? What changes will occur in your life from this point forward? Step 8. Turn to your creative potential and the very essence of yourself. Ask for a balance of all the changes that have occurred and confirm that the request has been fulfilled. Step 9. Address all three parts. The part responsible for the problem, the part responsible for realizing the goal, and the part containing the creative potential. Ask if any of them have advice for you. If there is advice, accept it. If not, thank them, send your love, and say goodbye. Step 10. In your mind, visualize yourself having already solved the problem and achieved the goal. How will you feel? How will you think and behave? If you manage to fully enter this image, it means that your subconscious mind is ready for change. If something prevents you from doing so, turn to the part responsible for realizing the goal and ask what the problem is. Repeat the corresponding part of the technique. Step 11. Being in the image of yourself who has already achieved the goal, give your current self advice. how to act better in order to realize what you have planned faster and easier. Maybe you lack self-confidence, determination, the ability to rely on loved ones, a sense of humor, or something else. Having received the answer, send it in the form of a luminous ray to the present time. Return to the current state and accept this ray. Step 12. Feeling the qualities that you have transmitted from the future. Mentally move a few months forward. How do you feel? What has changed? Do you feel better? If so, that means your goal is close. Now you can open your eyes and think about the first steps on the path that will lead you to success. We have considered how we can use the subconscious mind to realize our desires and goals. Now let's delve into the theoretical aspects of the subconscious mind and find out why and how it can help us achieve what we want. The subconscious mind plays a key role in shaping our reality. It acts as a filter through which all our thoughts, beliefs, and desires pass. While the conscious mind focuses on current tasks and problems, the subconscious mind processes information at a deeper level, using it to create and maintain our internal state and external conditions. Research shows that the subconscious mind is actively involved in the processes that shape our beliefs and behavioral patterns. For example, according to the work of psychologist Carl Jung, the subconscious mind contains archetypes and images that influence our perception of the world and our decision making. The subconscious mind doesn't just store information, it actively influences our behavior and decision making. When you formulate a goal, your subconscious part starts looking for opportunities to achieve it. This can manifest itself through intuitive decisions, chance encounters, or inner urges. Research in neuropsychology, such as work on neuroplasticity, shows that the brain actively rewires itself in response to new goals and intentions. Professor Norman Doidger's work on neuroplasticity confirms that our conscious and subconscious minds can change neural connections, which contributes to changes in behavior and perception. When you define a goal, the subconscious mind begins to work on realizing it through several key mechanisms. The subconscious mind helps you focus on aspects of your life that are related to your goal. This can manifest as unexpected ideas, new opportunities, or even changes in your perception of current situations. The subconscious mind helps you overcome internal barriers and beliefs that may be preventing you from moving forward. For example, if you believe you cannot succeed, the subconscious mind will work to change that belief. The subconscious mind also activates internal resources, such as confidence and motivation, that are necessary to achieve a goal. This may manifest as increased determination or perseverance. To maximize the use of the subconscious mind, it is important to follow a few key principles. Goal clarity. Formulate your goals in a clear and positive way. For example, instead of thinking about what you want to avoid, focus on what you want to achieve. Consistency of practice. Regular practice of self-awareness and dialogue with your subconscious mind helps strengthen the connection between conscious intentions and subconscious processes. Openness to change. Be open to changes in your behavior and perceptions. The subconscious mind can direct you to unexpected paths that may be most effective in achieving your goal. The subconscious mind has tremendous potential to change our lives. Understanding how it works and actively utilizing its capabilities allows us not only to achieve our goals, but also to transform our reality. Each of us has access to this inner source of power and wisdom. It is only important to learn how to use it effectively, following the principles outlined in this book. The subconscious mind can really do anything you want. You just need to channel it correctly and keep in touch with it.